Good morning. I'm Sarvanan, CEO of Cognitive Idea Lab. I specialize in branding and communication. As a series of interviewing entrepreneurs during this lockdown, today we plan to meet Dr. Prem Alex Lawrence, CEO of Gold Dental. He specializes in implants and has placed more than 5,000 dental implants. And he most famously practices in the brand name Gold Dental. Good morning, doctor.
Good morning, Sarvanan. Thanks for having me in your channel. Thank you.
Doctor, my first question.
Yeah.
What is the situation in India in the face of COVID-19 crisis? What measures have been taken and when were this put into the place?
India is currently on a 21-day lockdown, as all of us know, which might even get extended for a couple of more weeks. And as you know, all businesses that are non-essential have been shut down, and for the past almost 20 days, the country has pretty much been closed for business. So naturally, people are doing their best to avoid social contact and only leave their houses for basic necessities. But much like everywhere, there are some people who are not respecting the rules. Also, our hospitals were very underprepared, as I guess that is a similar situation in most of the countries, including United States of America. And police are stopping and asking them where they are going in order to make sure that they're only traveling for vital situations. I don't think any government in this world was prepared for this. However, Indian government is quite active in curtailing the number of cases, though the next 2 weeks will be very, very crucial.
Thank you, doctor.
Yeah.
My second question.
Yeah.
How have the lockdown measures affected you professionally and personally? Is your office still open or if closed since when?
Yeah, obviously it is very devastating for any business to be shut down for a very long period. Some measures such as moratorium on EMIs have been taken up by the government to help small and medium-sized business, but even these will have an interest to be paid back, of course. Again, paying salaries for staff and fixed overheads such as rentals are going to be a challenge in the forthcoming months. This is going to be devastating for a lot of clinics, and I cannot say that I'm very confident about the coming months. However, we choose to shut down Gold Dental clinics even before these measures were obligatory by the government. I felt that I had a duty to my staff, my medical team, and to my patients to avoid the spread of this virus. We are only seeing patients when emergency situations cannot be postponed or cannot be simply treated with medication. If you come to reality, in the past 2 weeks, we have only seen 4 emergency patients. Our daily average, which usually used to be 40. On a personal level, I have had the opportunity to spend time with my family. I have also totally cut down on traveling, as all my international conferences have been cancelled. However, I am still managing remotely with my team, as we have patients all around the globe, and who will need some kind of management over the phone. We just communicate. I'm also making sure my staff are doing well, and that also our suppliers and our partners are also okay. And luckily, touch wood, so far nobody in my extended family or my team has shown any symptoms or tested positive. So thankfully, isolation has worked for us.
Okay, that's great. Now, my next question. Now that Gold Dental is closed for routine treatment, are you doing anything differently when treating emergency patient compared with when it is open?
Yes, Sarvanan. Here at Golden Clinics, we always had an extraordinary measures to avoid cross-contamination. We practice something called a slow dentistry. And as such, we don't see more than one patient per hour, and sometimes even fewer than that. We have worked in this way for the past, like almost since inception, since 5 years now. The rationale is that it takes roughly around 10 minutes to properly disinfect the room in between appointments. So we have been doing this very religiously since day one, making our clinic a very safe clinic. The only extra precaution that we are currently taking, or that we are planning to invest in, some air purifiers that also disinfect the air. And we also are planning to wear full face visors and double face masks, as well as full body surgical gowns, and dispose of everything safely immediately afterwards. We also try to avoid aerosols as much as possible.
Okay. My next question. During this crisis, how have you utilized your time in your work situation and in relation to your patients? Could you share a little about your personal life and the effect on the things you enjoy and usually have little time to do?
Thank you. So that's a good question. To be really honest, I feel that My smartphone has never been more active. My laptop has never been more active during this lockdown time. I think that everybody is using social media 3 times, more than 3 times, and so I'm getting a lot of messages. I'm getting almost in every single platform. I always had the feel to reply to every text, but now I'm quite free. I'm doing that. To be honest, it is quite stressful to get even so much of messages. A lot of it is good stuff, certain memes, memes, and though people are trying to reach out and to connect, I try to be a beacon of positivity for everybody. So I'm happy to do that. I have also always tried to make time for my family and usually turn my phone to silent mode when I am at home. But during this difficult time, I have to balance both. And I also have a daughter who is 9 year old who actually wants to become a chef, and hence helping her achieve her dream of becoming a master chef junior or something like that. And we recently also adopted a dog, Shih Tzu, and named him Moonlight, and hence kind of my hands are full. And I also have an extended family with my social circle, BNI and Rotary, where I invest my time with friends. We do a lot of bonding over sharing success stories over Zoom and other platforms, learning entrepreneurship, etc. This has been my main time pass during this time. And I also managed to do one thing that I had been wanting to do for a long time. That is want to start a online webinars along with my friends. So thereby kickstarting my premolar.org platform to offer education. It will also bring out the best of general dentists, since it will provide the much needed platform for them to be known to the world. For a long time, I've been wanting to kickstart this, so this should be up and running by July 1st. There will be a lot of new things. I think that will come soon your way. Thanks for this question, Sarvanan.
Okay, that's awesome, Doctor. My next question: do you know how the lockdown measures have affected the nation dental market?
I think everybody is very scared about the near future. The whole dentistry clan is very scared about the near future. I'm not talking about the next 6 months. I'm not sure whether dental market will recover for a quite long time, because most of our treatments are elective treatments. Don't know whether the patients are going to come to us. Nobody has any answers on that matter right now, but I'm very sure that everybody is taking a big hit. Our life after this will look very different, and the way we do business will definitely change forever. I think there will be a great number of clinics which were not properly prepared or were already facing a lot of difficulties before this crisis. And these might be the guys who might suffer the most. The rest of the guys who were prepared will do the business in a totally whole lot of different way.
Okay, Doctor. My next question: no one knows how long this crisis will last, whether it is short-lived or lengthy. Do you think that it will change your business and the profession as a whole?
Yes, Sarvanan, I think I am hoping that in the future, clinics that were practicing dentistry that was placing patients at risk will no longer be functioning. I am almost certain that in the future, the patients in our country will put safety ahead of the cost. Because the current trend is that wherever it is cheap, they get the treatment done. But it might change for good. So I think that now people will think twice and be particularly very careful to make sure that their clinic they choose will offer that proper safety measures as well. So not only the treatment, they will also want a lot of safety measures for cross contamination. But I am very sad that it took just something like a coronavirus like this to make the public open their eyes to the incredible difficulties actually dentists face every day to fight cross contamination. That is why at Gold Dental we always identify all the steps that are needed to be taken to ensure patient safety and also of the team, and also promote this to the general public. So I feel that people who are not practicing the perfect dentistry or not putting their patients on the front are going to suffer, and it is going to change for good. And the whole way the dentistry is going to will evolve once the lockdown is over. I think it will evolve for the good.
Okay, Doctor. My last question.
Yeah.
One might hope that in face of such crisis, it would be appropriate to reflect and maybe change the way we live our lives for the better. What do you think? What changes would you like to see happening?
I think this has brought all the humanity together. I think we need to be more compassionate and more generous and more kindness. And I saw a recent forward where there were a lot of things that we need not spend so much to actually have a living. So, and also more support for the elderly and the weak of the society. And I also hope the governments understand how ridiculous wars can be. It is a time that we all come together as a species and hope for a better future, and also hope that we listen to reason and reduce mass consumption of things that pollute our planet, and also that it's very very high time that we stop playing with the nature and start taking better care of each other, and all of us together as a species will survive for a long. I think this lockdown situation or the current crisis has taught us a lot of things, which everyone comes out as a better human being at the end of the day. Thank you, Sarvanan. Thank you so much for such a wonderful interview, probing into a lot of things, brought out a different dimension of mine into the forefront.
Very well said, doctor. Hope the situation improves you and we will be back in business as soon as possible. Thank you all.
Thank you,
for joining
Saravanan. Thank
us,
you,
and
thank you for the opportunity,
Thank you.
and wish all your subscribers a healthy, healthy lockdown period. Let them find their own self and come out of it. Thank you so much, Saravanan.
Thank you, doctor. Vanakkam.